Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, opening up your brokerage app, and realizing that a single investment in your portfolio just wiped out $112 million. Let's be real for a second. For 99% of people, and frankly 99% of major corporations, absolute panic would set in. Your stomach would drop. You would immediately cut your losses, liquidate the asset, and do whatever it takes to stop the bleeding. But in this explainer, we are going to dissect a company that stared down a catastrophic 9-figure financial hit and did the exact opposite. Before we dive into this massive mystery, if you want to uncover the hidden strategies of the ultra-wealthy, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment below on what you'd do if your portfolio dropped by $100 million. All right, let's get into it.
Negative $112 million. That was the staggering, jaw-dropping paper loss that Tesla reported on its massive Bitcoin treasury. Just take a second to let that number sink in. But here is the unbelievable twist to this story, the piece of the puzzle that completely baffled traditional financial analysts. Despite this absolute financial bloodbath on their balance sheet, Elon Musk's company didn't sell a single coin, not one. To the outside observer, observing a hit this massive without taking immediate action looks like total financial suicide.
Which begs the ultimate multi-million-dollar question we're going to answer today. Why didn't they sell? Why in the world would one of the most heavily scrutinized publicly traded companies on Earth willingly hold on to a volatile, bleeding asset that is actively dragging down its balance sheet for 3 consecutive quarters? Is it just sheer billionaire hubris, a stubborn refusal to admit defeat on a massive gamble? Or does Tesla understand a fundamental, hidden rule of wealth preservation that the rest of Wall Street is completely blind to? I'm going to tell you right now, this is not just another crypto hype story. Not even close. What we are looking at is a masterclass in ruthless corporate strategy and unbreakable conviction. It exposes the massive, glaring psychological gap between everyday retail traders who panic at the first sign of red and elite billion-dollar corporate treasuries. By the end of this explainer, you are going to see exactly why a devastating loss on a balance sheet can actually be a calculated masterstroke. More importantly, you're going to learn how to apply this exact same elite mindset to your own personal investments. To really solve this mystery, we have to rewind the clock back to 2021, to a highly controversial decision that completely short-circuited the traditional financial world. Tesla broke literally every rule of legacy finance by adding Bitcoin directly to its corporate balance sheet. Traditionally, corporate treasurers have one boring job: park excess cash in incredibly safe assets, like short-term government bonds. Their primary goal is simply wealth preservation. But Elon Musk shattered that mold. He instantly validated digital assets on a global scale and even started allowing customers to buy brand new Teslas using Bitcoin. But then, almost as quickly as it started, he abruptly suspended the payment program, citing environmental concerns. When Tesla halted those customer payments, the mainstream media absolutely ran with it. They immediately spun the narrative. Tesla is abandoning crypto. The experiment is over. But retail investors in the media missed a crucial billion-dollar distinction here. Suspending a payment method is simply a day-to-day customer operations decision. Holding an asset in a corporate treasury, however, is a massive, multi-year financial strategy. Tesla killed the flashy payment option, sure, but they locked the doors to their treasury vault tight. They weren't backing out. They were just shifting the use case.
That single, highly calculated strategic division changed the rules of the game forever. Because of Tesla, corporate America could no longer ignore Bitcoin. Up until that exact moment, legacy financial institutions viewed digital assets as nothing more than speculative gambling, magic internet money. But when a titan of the S&P 500 boldly signaled that crypto had a legitimate, long-term place in institutional finance, it triggered an absolute arms race. Suddenly, massive corporations were forced to sit down and completely rethink the future of money and how they store their wealth.
But, as you know, being a pioneer comes with a very steep price. Fast forward to Tesla's recent earnings reports, and Wall Street was met with a bizarre, almost contradictory paradox. On one front, Tesla's core business was absolutely printing money, generating enormous operational revenue from selling cars. But buried deep in the financial statements was a glaring red flag that sent the media into an absolute frenzy. The reported value of their digital treasury had plummeted. Again. The headlines were brutal. They screamed disaster.
pointing to 3 consecutive quarters of compounding losses. But for the savvy analysts who actually knew where to look, public blockchain data exposed an unbelievable plot twist. Despite the absolute freefall in the asset's price, Tesla's digital vault hadn't been touched. Zero panic selling, zero capitulation. The market value was bleeding out on paper, absolutely, but Tesla fundamentally held the exact same amount of Bitcoin as the day they bought it.
Which brings us right back to the core of our $112 million mystery. How exactly do you lose that much money without actually losing a single dime from your bank account? The answer lies in a fundamental financial mechanism that constantly, and I mean constantly, fools amateur investors. It's called the paper loss. By definition, a paper loss is simply a decline in the reported value of an asset on a balance sheet before a sale ever actually happens. The financial media thrives on making paper losses sound like cash is literally evaporating into thin air. But elite investors, they know exactly how this game is played.
Let's break this down to something we all understand. Think of it through the lens of real estate. Imagine you buy a pristine, beautiful property for $500,000. You love the house. A year later, a brutal recession hits, and the local real estate market says your house is now only worth $450,000. Let me ask you, did $50,000 just get drained out of your personal checking account? Of course not. You still own the exact same property. It has the exact same roof, the exact same square footage. The only thing that changed was the market's temporary emotional opinion of what it's worth today. If you don't sell the house, the loss simply isn't real.
Now, I want you to take that exact same housing logic and apply it to an asset that literally never sleeps. Unlike real estate, which gets appraised maybe once a decade, Bitcoin trades 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The price is violently whipsawed by global macroeconomic news, regulatory rumors, and high-frequency algorithmic trading. And here's the catch. Because publicly traded companies like Tesla are legally required by accounting rules to report the value of their assets at specific, arbitrary quarterly snapshots, this relentless volatility forces them to report massive, terrifying accounting fluctuations on paper, even if they literally sat on their hands and did nothing.
So here is a massive golden nugget for you. The very next time your news feed is absolutely flooded with apocalyptic headlines about a billionaire, a massive megacorp, or a hedge fund losing a fortune overnight, apply this ultimate, curiosity-driven litmus test. Ask yourself one simple question. Was the asset actually sold? Did they hit the sell button? If the answer is no, you are not looking at the actual destruction of wealth. You are simply looking at a snapshot of market psychology at one random, isolated moment in time.
Mastering this concept requires a fundamental, ground-up rewiring of how you view money and investing. You have to ruthlessly separate two deeply conflated concepts in your mind: price and value. Price is pure, unadulterated emotion. It fluctuates daily, driven heavily by the fear, the panic, and the greed of the herd. Value, however, is completely different. Value is driven by core fundamentals: scarcity, utility, and adoption, and it changes much, much more slowly. Amateurs absolutely obsess over daily price action. Titans of industry, however, ignore the noise and invest purely for long-term value.
You have to understand that when elite corporate treasury teams are managing billions of dollars, they aren't day trading on Robinhood because they had a bad week. They operate on entirely different playing fields, with decades-long time horizons. They are rigorously evaluating liquidity, macro diversification, strategic capital allocation, and extreme risk management. They know full well that capitulating and selling during a market dip might instantly fix an ugly quarterly earnings report and make the media happy, but they also know it completely vaporizes their future upside when the market inevitably cycles back upwards.
And this right here is the true hidden secret of institutional wealth building. Holding through absolute chaos requires a level of borderline irrational confidence. It requires the iron stomach to absorb brutal public scrutiny, terrible headlines, and ugly paper losses without even flinching. Tesla's stubborn refusal to liquidate their treasury proves that their management is fully willing to endure short-term media beatdowns in order to fiercely protect their long-term strategic positioning. They are playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
You always have to remember that the financial media machine is not designed to make you wealthy. Let me say that again. The news is not there to make you rich. It's designed to make you click. Panic sells. Narratives can move asset prices almost as aggressively as actual fundamentals. A single viral tweet, a panic-inducing headline, or a sensationalized earnings report can wipe out billions of dollars in market cap in a matter of minutes. The investors who actually go on to build real generational wealth are the ones who deliberately train themselves to tune out this manufactured noise.
So instead of panicking, instead of reacting to the crowd and asking, why is everyone selling today? Or, oh no, how bad is this quarterly report? True professional investors stop, take a breath, and ask one cold, heavily calculated question. What has fundamentally changed? Has the underlying technology actually broken? Is the original long-term thesis dead? If the honest answer to those questions is no, then a crash in price isn't a crisis to run away from. It's just a temporary surge of market emotion, and often it's a massive opportunity.
And that brings us to the ultimate, most important takeaway of this entire explainer. Listen closely, because it doesn't matter if you're holding broad S&P 500 index funds, local commercial real estate, or a cutting-edge digital treasury. The golden rule remains undefeated. Short-term prices will always fluctuate, but long-term wealth strictly requires discipline. Reacting emotionally to a single quarter's accounting numbers is hands down the fastest way to sabotage your own financial future.
So I want to leave you with this final thought. Tesla stared down a $112 million paper loss with the entire financial world watching their every move, and they didn't even blink. Why? Because they intimately understood the profound difference between a temporary price swing and permanent underlying value. When you look at your own portfolio tomorrow morning, amidst all the breaking news alerts, the panic, and the red charts, are you reacting to the price, or are you investing in the value? I really want you to think about that the next time the market tests your conviction. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. If you found this valuable, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.